Get your vote in kind when they win.
What a da danyo, what a dang, and God danyo, oh, what a dang. This is the Black Pot, aka Kuku Show, where we speak truth to power. Now, here we don't criticize, but if we must criticize, we would only just criticize to build and not to destroy. That is why we say we are in the service of God and country. Yes, we are for real, and from the newsreel, we keep it real. Now, my brother, my sister, today we have a number of issues and we want to go headlong into that. The very first story I'm looking at today is taken from My Joy Online, and it says, UTV attackers are NPP members. I take full responsibility for their actions. National Youth Organizer. I read. The National Youth Organizer of the governing New Patriotic Party, NPP, Salam Mustafa, has confirmed that all the young men who invaded the studios of Accra-based United TV during its popular live entertainment show are known members of the party. Speaking on Ghana's leading current affairs show on radio, Ekosi saying on Monday, October 9, Salam Mustafa told the host, Osai Bonsu, alias Obi, that it would be disingenuous on his part to deny the affiliation of the young men to the NPP. He, however, explained that the party did not sanction the actions of the youth, comprising constituency youth organizers and a deputy Greater Accra youth organizer. Obi, I can't be on this platform and claim that I don't know them. All those in the video, I know them. And I can confirm that some of them are constituency youth organizers, and one is a deputy regional youth organizer for the Greater Accra region. They are my guys that I work with, and so I cannot deny their bona fide membership of the New Patriotic Party. As for that, I cannot lie on this platform. They are NPP members that I work with, and I can state emphatically that I know them. He noted. First and foremost, I would like to congratulate Salam Mustafa. Politicians are known liars, thieves, and cheats. They never speak the truth. In fact, you cannot be a loyal and truthful person, an honest person, and still call yourself a politician. To do politics in Ghana, you must graduate from the University of Lies. In fact, be able to have a PhD in stealing. My brother, my sister, be a professor in propaganda. In fact, defined as a plethora of lie-telling. My brother, my sister, for Salam Mustafa to come out and say, yes, these are our boys, I want to first and foremost say, thank you so much. But my brother, my sister, Salam Mustafa goes ahead to say he takes full responsibility for what the boys have done. In other words, he's ready to put his head on the chop board so that the sledgehammer can land on his head. My brother, my sister, now let us look at this. NPP boys decide to go to a TV station They do not in any way own the TV station. They do not in any way sponsor any program on the TV. And then they go to attack panelists, all because they believe that there's a certain panelist in there who is speaking against their party. My brother, what kind of junglistic affair is this? Are we in the circus? Even in the circus, the animals behave well. They are trained to behave well. But we have some political parties, my brother, my sister, that are only brooding scoundrels and picaroons. They are breeding nothing but hooligans and idiots. Some of these young men, my brother, my sister, they are stark poor. Some of these young men have never benefited anything from any politician except some yogurt and some 500 Ghana cedis for them to risk their lives. Yet, they are ready to indulge in this foolhardiness, my brother, my sister, every now and then. My brother, if you claim that these boys are boys that you work with, and under your very eyes, they leave you and go and indulge in things that you do not subscribe to, then it means that your party has lost grips with discipline. How many people agree with me? You see, where the NPP has reached right now, with Nana Akufo-Addo as his president, if this was a civilized country, unfortunately it's not. Politicians are making sure that the civility of this country is nothing but devility. My brother, my sister, if this was a civilized country, this party and its president will totally be relegated to the background in impeachment. This president would have been impeached a very long time ago. In fact, this is the only party in the world, my brother, my sister, that leaves everything to illiterates who are totally uninformed. And these are the people who are running out on radio and TV. Growing up as a young man, every time politicians spoke on radio and on TV, in those days, they were quite informed, not now. Today, it's just a plethora of lies. Mud slinging. It's just time to see who has the worst and the bitterest insults from their lips. Illiterates, my brother, my sister, bandwagoned and sent around radio stations and TV stations to parade insults. It hurts me that this country has descended this low. It hurts me that we have voted an old man into power who is totally clueless. He should have been long in retirement. But my brother, my sister, he's still walking around and people are running around him, taking advantage of his cluelessness and old age. My brother, my sister, and pushing this country deeper into oblivion. I curse this president. I curse him and I curse all those people around him. Ghana curses you night and day. You are the worst president this nation has had. And because of your cluelessness, there is a walk in the park. Everybody is doing whatever they like. There's a whole rampage for looting. People walked into a TV station threatening to hurt and to visit with harm some panelists on the show. What is their crime? That they are skewed in their explanations and talks about their political party. My brother, my sister, which civilized country does this? Last time I heard about this, it was in the days of the so-called dirty revolution that Rawlings brought to us. In the days of the so-called dirty revolution of 1979, even husbands and their wives could not shake their beds in the night. Any creaking of the bed, soldiers will come down on you. Are you planning a coup? My brother, my sister, those of you who were not alive or were not even born in 1979, Rawlings is one of the dirtiest dictators this country has ever had. And the devil is happy to have him in hell. My brother, my sister, Those of you who were not alive, those of you who were not born in 1979, me as a 5-year-old, I saw the atrocities that we went through. I saw the atrocities that my parents went through. I saw, my brother, my sister, the hunger, the famine that this country had to go through. That almost the whole of Ghana had to run into Nigeria, doing menial jobs in order to survive. Today they say Rawlings is a hero. Hero for the who? Let truth be told, brethren, in 1979, Ghanaians could not even talk. Man and his wife on the bed would have to do it on the floor if they had a creaky bed. Because if the bed started to creak, soldiers will come down on you. People, my brother, my sister, vanished in the days of Rawlings. My brother, my sister. And today, people say Rawlings was a hero. Hero for the where. Let truth be told, brethren. But even with Rawlings' bloody days, is better than the days of Nana Akufo-Addo. Nana Akufo-Addo is a silent murderer. My brother, my sister, killing droves of people. My brother, my sister, with that deadly poison known as democracy. To God be the glory. Next thing I want to look at is taken from 3news.com, and it says, you could have invited Governor Addison instead of protesting on the streets. Majority leader tells minority. And I read, the majority leader in Parliament, Oseche Mensah-Bonsu, has told the minority that they could have invited the governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Ernest Addison, to Parliament to answer questions relating to the new headquarters building and also the 60.8 billion Ghana cedis lost it incurred rather than embarking on a street protest. Listen, man. So all these guys here, Mensah-Bonsu and all those people, my brother, my sister, they are part of this nation descending into oblivion. They are the reason we have scoundrels in this party going around attacking radio stations and journalists. Listen to what a majority leader is saying. He's only giving credence and support for the hooligans and uncivilized tax that the governor of Ghana labeled the minority in Parliament. I don't know if you understand. Now Governor Addison labeled the minority in Parliament who came on a demonstration as hooligans and uncivilized. This is what this man here is giving credence to. He's the majority in Parliament leader. This is the same man, my brother, my sister, who was a huge albatross hanging around his neck. Number one, he said Gabi Asari Ochridaku was masterminding his removal. And this one became a very muddy mud-slinging exercise. They sorted it out in one way or the other, albeit controversially. Number two, we all remember when there was a certain businessman, we were told, who went to the Parliament House trying to bribe his way through. When we all were looking for the removal of the finance minister, Kedo Foriata, they promised that they were going to deal with it. My brother, they are not able to deal with it. Now he's talking about minority inviting Governor Addison to the Parliament House to explain. My brother, so these people now decide for you your line of action. They decide for you how you should feel. They decide for you the direction of your movement. They decide for you how you should even think. Minority decides that, listen, we invite these people to the Parliament House every now and then. And because of the kangaroo nature of our parliament, where majority would always be in bed with the executive, my brother, my sister, it's a rubber stamp parliament. Therefore, let us bring the people to the forefront. Let them understand exactly what is happening. Later, if we want to bring Addison to the Parliament House, just as a garnishing or a topping for the cake, my brother, my sister, we could do that. But Majority in parliament said, no. In fact, true, you are uncivilized, and true, you are hooligans. You decided to go out there and demonstrate when you should have come to the parliament. Oh, what a shame. Issues that we took to the parliament. How have you dealt with that? The guy who chewed ballot paper in parliament, how did you deal with the guy? Was there any punishment meted out to him? Absolutely nothing. The guy who came to the parliament house trying to bribe MPs to go a certain direction with their votes. What happened to that? My brother, my sister, this is a disgraceful parliament. It's a rubber stamp parliament. And as I stand right now, my brother, my sister, I am ashamed of some of these guys. I leave it here. Next, I quickly want to look at this, and this one is coming from Peace FM Online. He says, I'm watching closely what the party will do to the attackers. Sefakai serves notice to NPP. I read. Broadcaster Kwame Sefakai says he will be watching the New Patriotic Party closely to find out what the party will do to its youth who invaded UTV whilst the station's United Showbiz program was in session. About 30 fanatics of the New Patriotic Party on Saturday, October 7th, stormed the UTV studios, insisting to be part of United Showbiz and interrupting the show. They also demanded an apology from a panel member, A+, who ripped a letter that the party had addressed to the general manager of the television network, asking for a reform of the entertainment show. Closing his morning program, Kokoroko, Kwame Sefakai, affectionately called Chairman General, questioned why the party hasn't taken disciplinary action against the invaders since the incident happened. Dear Chairman General, Kwame Sefakai, with all love and respect, as you always know, I will accord you. I told you right from the beginning that when you are eating with the devil, you make sure that your spoon is very long, because the devil would come with his long fork. He would fork you out into his mouth, and fork is F-O-R-K, so that people don't misread my lips. The devil always comes with a fork. He will fork you from the plate into his mouth, unless you make your spoon so long. When you decided to take an appointment from this devil, I told you point blank that if you do not want your hands to be bloody, please do not go to the slaughterhouse. Hallelujah. Say it again, Blakk Rasta. I say that if you do not want your hands to be bloody, please don't go to the slaughterhouse. You have found yourself in the slaughterhouse. You are the one holding the legs of the animals to be slaughtered. Taking an appointment with the devil, my brother, my sister, is becoming the devil's agent. I am glad that you are a member of the governing party, because you've been given an appointment and you accepted it. Today, Chairman General, the party is embarrassing you, right? If I were you, number one, I will not accept that appointment. Number two, in the name of honesty and in the name of neutrality, it would have been better for all these years that you have worked as a journalist of repute. You sat down. We all saw how this nation dwindled into oblivion, dwindled into the deepest parts of poverty and economic mismanagement. You sat down and watched e-levy become an albatross around our necks. You sat down and saw the wanton pilfering of our national coffers. You couldn't come out and say that, hey, listen, I have had enough. I think that I want to step back into my humble job of journalism and neutrality. No, you tagged along. now that your UTV has been attacked, you don't even have the courage to condemn it to the highest level. Say, I am sitting and watching. You are waiting to see what will happen. I can't advise you. I can only suggest. If I were you, I'll step down. The Dagombes have a saying which I will leave you with. They say that when your neighbor's tail is burning, that you would say that, oh, it's a stick that is burning. But when your own tail starts burning, you want everybody to see that it is a tail and not a stick. I don't know how many people understand this. As long as it is not you at the receiving end, it's cool. If I were you, I would dissociate myself totally from this dirty party of picaroons, dirty party of scoundrels. My brother, my sister, let us condemn it with the harshest words we can find, like we did in the days of Muhammad. I'll leave it here. My brother, my sister, there's another thing I would like to look at here. I have never been myself, but I think that I need to look at it now. Let me spend a few minutes on this. I'm reading this from Graphic Online, and it says, Kiki B's honest death confirmed by police. Woman arrested as key suspect. I read, the death of Bernette Adoma Ajekum, owner of the popular Noir Lounge, formerly known as Kiki B's restaurant at East Legon in Accra, has been confirmed by the police. The 41-year-old was found lying in a pool of blood at a house at Medina Ogbojo in Accra on Sunday, the 8th of October. The Accra Regional Police Commander confirming the death to Graphic Online indicated that the woman believed to be a key suspect in the incident has been arrested in connection with the death of Ajekum. Per the police preliminary report, the deceased was taken to the hospital for medical attention but was pronounced dead on arrival. My brother, I'm going to leave it here. But you see, Ben was a very nice brother. It shocks me that I have to say that he was, as in the past. Ben was a brother who supported my career, took me to Holland 2 times to perform at international festivals. In fact, he gave me an office, which I still use. For some time now, we've not been able to use the office from the day that he was murdered. It hurts me to come to that reality that Ben is no more. I want to believe that the police will rise to the occasion and find out exactly, because everybody's talking good about this brother here. I'll leave it here for now. Eric Mawena Egbeta is in the house, and when we return, it will be at 12:40, and it will be for the African history class. Mawena, how are you doing? You good today? Everything good with you?
Yes. Blessed and highly favored as always.
Oh my God, have mercy. You heard about the death of Kiki B's, right?
Oh, I'm actually now hearing about it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, we were told he was stabbed to death on the 8th of October.
That's actually really unfortunate.
Yeah, very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. But what is in the news today, my brother?
So the committee investigating or probing the leaked audio tape, they've resumed sitting today. A number of things as well. The Attorney General has been providing advice to the police in relation to Professor Frimpong Boate's claim that some government persons are neck deep in activities of Galamsey. He says that there's no evidence to back the claims and hence it's not a subject matter that can be prosecuted. We'll be giving listeners the reasons as